Oh man, so MATIC is up 5% this morning, whilst Bitcoin tumbles down 2%, as yesterday I was one of the first to break the news that Tesla dumped 75% of their Bitcoin holdings. If you didn't catch my emergency live stream yesterday, even though it was super late here, London time, I jumped on an impromptu live stream to explain exactly what will happen, and we were one of the first to break down exactly why Tesla sold and what the implications were of it. We headed over straight into their earnings report and identified immediately that they were doing this to dress up their earnings. They did this to avoid a negative free cash flow quarter, which would have made their year-on-year comparison, because they had weak cash flow in Q2 2021 as well, look horrific. So either way, it's done. We covered that off yesterday. If you want to go watch my video breaking that down, click over here. I'll leave that linked up for you guys. But now we need to look at the aftermath, and you can see Bitcoin did not get the $24,000 close. This Tesla news obviously did not help. Now, remember, we were waiting for that daily close, right? Let's head over to the daily chart. Let's look at this EMA ribbon. Let's bring it out. And as you can see, we were looking for that close and we did not get it. Look how, this is textbook stuff. Look how the bears came in and pushed to the downside before actually the Tesla news. And the Tesla news then accounted for the second part of it. So it looked like we weren't going to get the 24,000 close anyway. But we are still in an uptrend. We have higher highs, we have higher lows, and things are still looking pretty good. Now, if we zoom out a little bit, we did a bit of analysis to kind of reverse engineer where Tesla would have sold. And it looked like they sold at about the 28,000, 29,000 mark. So we probably can target it at around this point, and they probably contributed to the fall down to 17,600. So they pulled the parachute at about 28,000, 29,000. They took a little bit of a hit because they were buying in at around 32, 33,000, but taking that loss means they don't have to pay any capital gains tax. And one of the reasons for it, which again, we explained yesterday, is Tesla would have had to have an impairment, okay? So Tesla, if they kept their Bitcoin, would have had to show about negative 400 odd million of impairment write-downs on their Bitcoin position, even if they wanted to have diamond hands. And that would have weakened their EPS position, which would not have been great for Tesla stock. And I would argue, actually wouldn't have been great for the S&P and the NASDAQ today, which probably would have brought Bitcoin down anyway. So the fact that we were down slightly last night and a bit today as people digest that news, it's not too bad. We've been rallying despite Tesla's selling during Q2. We've now had a pump up to 24,000 and things are looking a little bit better, right? You're seeing a little bit of energy in the markets, and this is a good sign for us to try keep this uptrend. This uptrend is going to be super, super important. Now, we need to be careful, right? Let me just switch back over to this view. What do you see here? When you look at this, you see a breakout of a bear flag, but you're seeing a retest come back around, right? And therefore, you could get a retest of the channel, and this is what I would be waiting for now. This is why it was really important to see, okay, what's going to happen? Are we going to come back down here? Are we going to get a retest and continue on our way up? Or are we going to break back into this channel? If we break into this channel, things could get pretty ugly pretty quickly, right? Because then your lower price targets come back into play inside this channel. Because remember, the last 3 bear flags we've had, we've broken to the downside, okay? So we need to keep an eye on that. Very, very careful. This support around 21,900, call it 22,000. We've got to hold that at all costs here on Bitcoin. Otherwise, we end up back in this channel, and we need to start thinking about our bearish targets to the downside again. Now, let's switch over to MATIC as promised. And as you can see, MATIC, for some reason here, is running up 5%. And what's going on? Why are we getting this run up on MATIC? Well, if we head on over to the hourly chart, you will notice yesterday, I said be very, very careful if you're holding MATIC as you're getting this bearish divergence. And you can see exactly as I shared with you, the bearish divergence happened and we had this fall to the downside yesterday. So congratulations to any of you who trimmed your profits. And this is where you then try to buy the dip, right? You take your profits up in this area up here, you wait for the shorts to short you down, you can collect up a little bit more, and that is how you build your bag slowly over time, buying the dips and selling the rips, right? That's really, really important. So now you're getting a little bit of a bounce off this 100 EMA, sorry, the 200 hourly EMA ribbon here. Let's see, can we get that move to the upside? Again, this is not going to happen if Bitcoin doesn't have a good day, right? Bitcoin needs to have a good day. So far, it's opening up 2% down on the day. We're waiting for the markets to open up. You can see that the markets on the pre-market are showing a little bit flat, right? They're not sure how they want to digest the news. You had United Airlines report yesterday who missed on earnings, but they said they returned to profitability, but their stock price was down 6%. You had the Tesla earnings, which was a bit of a mixed bag. It depends what kind of front do they want to take it on. They're showing 42% growth on revenue, but then we saw what they did with their cash flow selling their Bitcoin. I think the traditional markets might take that as a positive, the fact that that they let go of their Bitcoin. I know a lot of people, including myself, I hold Tesla, but I know people who hold just Tesla and no crypto, and they're happy that Tesla has got out of that dangerous cryptocurrency, right? So maybe the markets will take that positively, and we know Bitcoin is correlated to the markets. If risk turns on, it could be a good day therefore for Bitcoin. So eagerly waiting for the markets to open up to give us some direction. Really, really important. Now, also what you can see here from Santiment is the Bitcoin transaction volumes, right? And remember, when I was saying Tesla were trying to sell at around the 29,000, that's where you get this whole bunch of transaction volume. So this now makes sense why we had crazy volume coming in here around this period where Bitcoin was falling, just here when they were at the 29, 28,000. This potentially could be where Tesla was doing their selling. Okay, so again, just remind ourselves, 27th of this month, we will get the FOMC meeting, right? So 70, again, this question a lot in the Discord, 70% of the market has priced in 75 basis points. Really important. Only 30% has priced in a full percentage. If we get a full percentage, we will see a dump, okay? Now, I'm personally still currently, with more data to come over the next kind of 5-6 days, I'm only expecting a 75 basis points, but there is an argument to be had that we want that full basis point, right? Just rip off the band-aid, get inflation under control, and let's move on. If the market panics, so what? We'll buy the dip and we'll move on. It's better than just letting inflation roar through the country and the globe, right? Let's just get this under control. So that's what we're seeing here from the FOMC. The day after, on the 28th, you're getting your GDP reading. That is when we're going to find out, are we officially in a recession? Remember, 2 negative quarters consecutively of negative GDP equals an official recession. And again, that could create a whole bunch of negative press and emotions, and sentiment will change, and that becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy in the markets as risk will start to rotate off. So by all means, we're not out of the woods here, right? Yes, we're in this uptrend. Yes, we've got the breakout of this bear flag, but let's just keep it there. Let's not get overexcited. Let's not make this out to be more than what it is. It's a breakout from a bear flag, like I've always said, with a target at 25,000. But if we come back for a retest, we need to be cognizant. If we fall back into this bear flag, then all bets are still on again that we could be revisiting our lows and maybe trying in for another low. If you haven't seen my breakdown of the on-chain metrics, take a moment to go click here and watch this. Don't forget to hit up the like button on your way. Make sure you've subscribed, and also if you want to buy any crypto, trade any crypto, you can do so using the links in the description to BitGet and BYBIT. I'll be back with a few more videos later on today, so I'll see you in the next one.